So I had gone live earlier and something happened. I don't know what was that. Um, how are you guys doing? Welcome to yet another video. So I'm making this live because there is a I've watched a lot of content creators talking about Africa, and um, it's so admirable to see that a lot of Africans are interested in Africa as a whole, not just themselves. But also, it's misguided. It's sadly misguided, and I see a lot of people base their whole, I guess, future into saying that Africa, African, or Africa has all the minerals, and countries are taking advantage of it. I'm like, yeah, that is actually true. However, uh, for the continent of Africa to change or move forward and or foster its own identity, there is a lot of things that needs to be changed. Um, a lot of things that needs to be changed, and I think the first thing that needs to be changed is education. The education system of Africa is 100% based off of what the colonial powers did and the setup of it. And we all know how difficult that is going to be to change first the education system. And I made this example, and people said it was illogical. I said, in order for Africa to move forward with its development and its strategies and whatnot, um, we're going to have to do away with everything that is European or Western or something that we deem that is un-African. We have to go back to our mad huts. And this sound illogical, but we cannot build on somebody else's foundation and expect different results. For as long as we are going to learning the same way and talking about the same thing. One other thing about what I see a lot of people talking about is the president of Burkina Faso. Honestly, this thing is getting tiring. It's just how people talk about that whole situation about the president of Burkina Faso. And so far, I think for me personally, I have not seen anything that suggests that the president of Burkina Faso wants to involve Africa. If anything, I think he's also into separating, dividing, and conquering, or separating himself from other African countries. Reason being that he's not including any other country. Like if you're against him, then you are like left behind, and that on its own, I don't think is going to solve what the problems that we are facing today as Africans. And I think that is the problem that I see in his leadership. I don't know. Honestly, I also don't know much about what is going on in Burkina Faso. I don't think a lot of us know. I talked about this so many times, and a lot of people think that maybe I'm not taking Ibrahim Traore, and I am not, honestly. Like I I am an African, and I believe into the future of African, and I believe that Africa can stand on its own and be its own entity. But realistic, if we are being real, um, there's nothing we can do. on our own. We need partners. We need people that are going to be on our side, and not try to control us and not have the upper hand. We need a partner that we are going to be on the same level with. And so far, there's no country in the world that is on the same level with us. But we can still change our strategy to say we need people that are going to we need people that are going to make sure that what we believe in, or how okay, first of all, the video title says African minerals. Okay, I'm going to talk about that now, because I think I've been just going in circles. African minerals, whenever you hear a lot of Africans talking about African minerals, it's almost as if that the rare earth minerals are only found in Africa, but why is Africa so poor? I don't think the rare earth minerals are found in Africa. And the reason why Africa is not developing is not necessarily because people, we don't dig our own minerals. I think it's because our minerals are so cheap that we can have anybody to come and dig our minerals and pay cheaper taxes, and they sell them for cheap. That's why many other countries like China that has minerals in their own country, they also buy these rare earth minerals like lithium, copper, and zinc, and whatever minerals they're buying, even though they themselves in their country they have uh, those kind of minerals. I don't think it's necessarily because we are kind of special. We have all the gold reserves in the world, and we are above everybody. I think it's because our minerals are so cheap, and it makes sense that um, those countries will come and dig minerals in our countries and then sell them for cheap. Because if those countries can decide to dig their own minerals, it's going to be so expensive and so advanced that even our minerals can just be easily discredited and will still remain poor. Like, I think those countries, they can work together to destabilize us anyway, and they're doing that. Like, if there's a tariff war between the USA and China, Africa is affected. If there's a tariff war between Russia and other countries, Africa is affected. It's almost as if uh, we get the back end of a stick all the time. So I do not think I think a lot of Africans tend to think that minerals are only found in Africa, which is not true. Many other countries in the world, including the USA, they have minerals. They have copper. They have gold. They have lithium, which is like something that is needed in today's cell phones and stuff, business of electronics. They have all the minerals as well, but they are not digging them because the cheaper minerals are found in Africa. So maybe think of a different idea. I am not trying to discredit our progress or our thinking, but I see a lot of talk and not a lot of action. I would start getting, I don't know, really supportive if I see like a lot of people doing businesses in different. Just like a few years ago, not many people knew what Botswana is, and that, even in Africa, I've met a lot of people from Nigeria all over the world that don't know where Botswana is. It is an African country. So that's our problem. Um, anyway, I just wanted to talk about that now because from every platform that I see a lot of Africans talking about these things, they always talk about African minerals as if that is something that when Africans can decide we do not want to sell minerals to you, then the whole world will collapse. I think that's not true.